A ghostly entity makes its presence known at a school in the middle of the night. Hello and welcome to William's Scary Things. If you have any strange or unusual experiences to share on the paranormal, ghosts, unexplainable phenomena such as UFOs, folklore, and generally anything creepy, then visit the William's Scary Things subreddit. Please come on over, join, and share your stories and experiences with me. Thanks for watching and listening, and enjoy the episode. For source and credit, please see the description. I'm a 19-year-old currently doing my first year in an art school in Singapore. Before attending the school, I had heard a lot of stories about this school, including students hearing soldiers marching in the building at 9 p.m., women crying in the toilets, and people running in the school building even though it's already past 12 midnight. However, I always thought there could be logical explanations in these stories. I mean, come on, it's an art school. The marching could be dance students. Crying in the toilet is common because of the stress students get from the assignments. And running at 12 midnight? I did that a few times to run away from the guards because I couldn't use my own laptop to do my assignments. So I stayed in the school's computer labs to do them. But in November of 2022, something horrifying happened that changed my mind. It was a Friday night, and there weren't a lot of students in the building. My school is located at the heart of the busiest location in Singapore. Clubs and bars are nearby, so we're surrounded by hotels and other busy places like malls and such. So, most students are out to party, especially because it was the last day of the semester. I was in my classroom alone doing my assignments. I was having a bad day, and I did not bother going to a cafe or just going home to do my work because I really needed to smoke from time to time. I wasn't smoking cigarettes, of course. My classroom could have detected that, so I always brought a vape with me to smoke while I'm alone in class. Living in a strict country and home, I am not allowed to vape at all, hence why I'm doing my assignments in the classroom. I looked at the time and it was already 10:30. I was surprised the guards didn't even bother going up to check if students left the property already. I debated if I should stay or leave later and catch the last train. I stayed and continued working on my essay. A while later, I heard someone trying to open the door. The door is only locked in the sense that it can only be opened by the staff and with electronic student ID cards. I looked at the glass panel of the door and I didn't see anyone. I opened the door, peeked outside, and I didn't see anyone still. It's impossible for someone to run and hide, as it takes quite a while to find a place to hide because it's such an open space. At this point, I was still not creeped out, as I was still stressed about the assignments I was working on. Not long after, I heard someone trying to open the door again, but this time when I turned to the glass panel of the door, I saw a creepy face in the window looking straight at me. Its eyes were wide open, it had a huge grin on its face, and the rest of the face was just pitch black. I froze, not knowing if I should look away, but at this point, this thing knew I could see it. I reached for my phone slowly while looking at it, not blinking at all. It watched my movements intensely. The door handle shook again, and I have never been so thankful for the card lock function on the door. I quickly called my boyfriend, who was at a gig nearby, and frantically asked him to come to the school to get me. This face in the window wouldn't go away, and at this point I keep asking myself if it was human or something else. It looked like it could have been a mask, but its features moved so naturally, you had to see it to fully understand. It was very real, but unreal at the same time. My boyfriend FaceTimed me, and I looked down at the screen to see where he was. I looked up again at the window, and the face wasn't there anymore. I looked back down at the phone screen, and I could see my boyfriend approaching the classroom. The door shook again, but this time, it's my boyfriend. I opened the door and hugged him. I was shaking so bad, and the whole time we hugged, he calmed me down and told me that he didn't see anyone outside. So we're safe now. We packed my bag and immediately left the building. We have this belief where if a ghost or a spirit shows itself to you, you are not allowed to go home immediately as it will follow you. So instead of catching the last train, my boyfriend and I decided to sit at a nearby coffee shop and eat supper. Even though it happened recently, I don't know what it was, and I am never staying in the classroom late at night alone ever again. Very, very creepy. I think the fact that this story takes place in Singapore is very interesting, where ghosts and the paranormal are taken very seriously. A brief search on the topic will highlight your typical urban legends of ghostly radios, vanishing taxi passengers, and child apparitions in apartment buildings, to name just a few. Given the lush ghostly history of the culture, when you read about encounters such as this, it highlights just how visceral the encounters can be. I find especially interesting the description of the face. Although it isn't clear exactly how long the face was in the window, it certainly was long enough to give an eerie description. It was aware of her presence, it was grinning, was apparently trying to open the door, and looked like it could almost have been a mask of some sort. So, wow, definitely very, very creepy encounter. Until next time, thanks for watching and listening. I appreciate all your support, and I'm just getting started. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at William_scary, and join my subreddit. Thanks, and take care.